Fit podcast, how they're being demonetized now on YouTube. There was this little clip. He coming out. He's pretty much storming off, crying, feeling sad, like as if y'all ain't already made millions of dollars. I know it sucks, bro, but at the end of the day, I used to watch Fresh and Fit. I used to watch Fresh and Fit a couple years ago. I was watching them every day, all day, listening to them. Not all day, every day, but I was listening to them every day. After about a year of listening to these guys, though, and listening to all the women that would come on their platform and just the way they would just come at certain individual women. And we gonna address it, black women. For the most part, it was just, and don't get me twisted, it wasn't like every episode they was just attacking black women, but for the most part, they was saying in every episode was the same thing. You got these certain, and congratulations to them for how long they lasted going off the same scenario for every episode. Because when you have a room full of a certain age group of women, you're going to get the same kind of energy from these women, especially the ones coming on your show, coming on your podcast. So they were talking about the same, not the girls, but these dudes, Fresh and Fit, were talking about the same thing every episode because they're dealing with a certain type of intellect when it comes to these women that are in their prime. And, it was the same old thing. And after a while, it gets old, you feel me? And so after so many times of them, just aggressively being the way that they would be verbally with some women who are black, let's just be 100, and sometimes the black women wouldn't even have to be there. But little slick comments and all this stuff. Ultimately, they have to regret how they was moving on that show because now they're not making no money on YouTube and it sucks. I know it sucks because I know they was getting them checks. So now they've moved their platform they've moved their show onto Rumble because they're no longer going to be on YouTube. I had desubscribed from them on YouTube over a year ago because it was clear. I'm not going to cap. Like my old lady was tired of hearing me listening to them. She was like, turn them off. They just so negative and whoopty whoop. I'm tired of hearing them. So at first I didn't agree with her, but I just felt like she was hating on what I was listening to. But I had to realize, God put me in a position to actually understand not just where she was coming from, but after a while I was just like, look, man, these dudes ain't really trying to do nothing different, but the same. They're just literally talking about the same thing. They're literally talking to a certain demographic of men that don't understand women. But it's not all about that. It's also them talking to a certain demographic of women who don't understand that, I guess, ultimately, the older men get, the more that they are like, the more that they become in their prime or more successful or more. And then as far as women, like they're in their prime in their 20s. The older they get, the more that they don't become shit. I mean, let's just be honest. That's how that they was moving on their show. And I think it's just funny, bro, that they're not getting the money that they used to get on YouTube anymore. I think it's funny. Because for them to be as evil in the way that they was moving and the stuff that they was talking about, everything that they was talking about wasn't super crazy. You know what I mean? But his dude, Fred Myron's not even his real name. He's a whole Arab. Like, I don't know what his background is. And then Fresh, he's a bum. He's from like Barbados or something like that. But he's a complete bum. He always would say how he's not even into black women. You know what I mean? He's from a whole Caribbean and he's not even into black women. But they were specifically talking about American black women. Women who are African American that are only in America. And you guys got your preference. You got your preference. Whoopty whoopty whoop. But, you guys can go look at all the clips and go look at all the controversy that those guys were involved with and form your own opinion. All right. It's your boy, Michael Duano. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Again, this is the Out the Way podcast. Make sure you tap in with me, bro, on TikTok. Look for Out the Way Podcast on Spotify, on YouTube. Please subscribe. And it's like that. Bada boom, bada bang.